Thank you. We always appreciate those warm welcomes, especially early in the morning when you greet us like that. We really appreciate that very much. Um, by the way, we're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company, and we have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. And we have 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. We're the largest video library that you're going to find, bar none. In addition to that, we have a huge articles directory. In the articles directory, you're going to learn about everything imaginable. GPS, jammers, and blockers. We talk about cell phone interception and spy phone prevention. We talk about electronic harassment, targeted individuals, and those of you who know what that is, you know what that means. We talk about electrical hypersensitivity. So we're trying to reach out to that special group of people who are having those types of problems, and you know who you are. So if you if you're in that type of situation, give us a call, and we'll be able to help you with that. Now, this particular session, by the way, if you have any need for bug detectors, Nanny cameras, audio bugs, listening devices, digital video recorders, digital voice recorders, give us a call, 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Thank you. Now, this particular session is all about why you shouldn't shop with us. You're probably wondering why any company would talk about why you shouldn't shop with them. And some of the reasons are obvious and some aren't so obvious. But typically, I guess most companies will want everyone to shop with them. But you know just as well as I do, when you go to Tiffany's, when you go to Rodeo Boulevard in Beverly Hills, when you go to certain places and shop, and if you're not prepared, then you're going to be disappointed, okay? You're going to be dismayed in terms of trying to figure out why is it that you're not having or getting the type of attention or you're not able to enjoy the buying experience. Going to the wrong places. Excuse me while I make some noise here. But we sometimes we have to consider our financial profile, or and such when we're shopping, and that simply means that if I'm not prepared to shop in Bloomingdale's or whatever, Saks Fifth Avenue, then maybe I shouldn't be in there. And unfortunately, I'm talking to more and more customers who are not financially prepared to shop with us. So, and the conversation usually goes something like this. Okay, I'll get back with you. And I'm going to talk to my wife, talk to my husband, talk to my brother, and then I'll give you a call back, or I'll get paid, on the 15th or something, and I'll give you a call back. Or can you finance a $200 or $300 transaction or something, and it's really kind of disappointing because after running this business for 20 years, once upon a time, people had more discretionary income, and the same products that we have, the same pricing, whatever, it wasn't an issue, okay? So you can get, now we have more sophisticated products, more feature sets, more benefits, but the pricing just pretty much remain consistent, right? So we're giving more for less, but still the customers are not prepared at all financially. And I'm kind of disappointed in you guys because, there's something called financial responsibility out there where you have to realize that I run a business and I'm here to make money, and if someone wants to pick my brains or discuss, things that go on for 30 minutes, an hour and a half or something, I don't have that much time, okay? I have to actually attend to those customers who are paying, who are renting, who are actually laying away something. And we can't tie up our phone lines and tie up the chat sessions or email back and forth 9 million times with those people who obviously don't meet the type of profile. We actually have a certain type of profile that's our ideal customer. When I first started the business, I thought, okay, I'm not going to target the low end of the market. I'm going to target the middle to high end. Okay, so when you look at our bug detectors, when you look at the GPS trackers, when you look at the Nanny cameras and voice recorders and such, we're targeting a certain demographic. If you don't fit in it, then don't force yourself to be a part of it, because you're going to be disappointed. I'm going to have to tell you, look, you're not going to pick my brains to find out everything that I need to know for free, and leading me to believe that you're going to purchase when you know you full well that you're not, because the conversation will, unfortunately, you will be dismayed when I quickly terminate that conversation with those people who are trying to take advantage. So, yeah, we give out a lot of information on the website, in our videos, in our articles, and that's my attempt to helping those people who just want to gather enough information. But my time is kind of important, and my people's time is kind of important, so we're going to help those people primarily who are actually customers, okay? So don't be dismayed if I tell you the price of admission is to actually patronize our site and buy something or rent something, as compared to just tying up my time. There's nothing like a good conversation. Don't, get me wrong. I like to talk to people. I have the time, and that's not an issue. But the situation, unfortunately, it can drag on and on and on. And people abuse things. Like anything else, people abuse things. You give them 5 minutes, they want an hour, based upon a promise to come back or something, But after 20 years, again, I know more about people than I need to know, that I want to know, okay, in terms of how to read people and all that. So there's a few myths out there as well. One has to do with customers being right. The customer's always right. I'm not quite sure whether or not I agree with that one, mainly because the customer can't be right all the time. I'm not right all the time. And I think you have to live in a perfect world. And I don't know who lives in a perfect world. I don't. And if you do, let me know where that is, because I haven't seen it. So as far as I know, I make mistakes, you make mistakes, and people take advantage. I've had customers who literally completely distorted the truth in an attempt to get something for nothing. Matter of fact, there's a few gentlemen who made business models out of the idea that you have bad customers. You can have bad customers, and they will take advantage. And there's a few entrepreneurs who say, we're going to create databases, like you have databases where you find out bad companies or who not to do business with, like a Yelp or some sort of rating service for businesses, where you review businesses, where the same thing has been established for customers. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people who have been reported as being bad customers. They literally go from company to company, and they purchase things and they try to return them for whatever reason because of the chargeback process and the way that works. That's another topic that we could really get into in terms of how people abuse their credit card privileges. And that doesn't happen here, because I learned a whole lot about merchants and how they perpetrate these scams by customers, and how the whole industry is rigged towards just making transactions for the sake of making transactions, with no intent of holding anyone responsible or accountable. And merchants, unfortunately, are the victims. Merchants usually are taken advantage of because, again, people know that you can buy products all day long, whether or not you want them or need them, return them back for whatever reason. Just check off a box. Whether that box illustrates exactly what's going on or not is not even the issue. The issue is now you can play with products and try out clothing and do certain things and not be accountable, not be responsible. And we're a firm believer in customers being responsible, just like merchants. Okay, and including banks and merchant processors. Everyone has a certain amount of responsibility and accountability. No one gets a free ride. Okay, so anyway, for what that's worth, I wanted to get that off my chest and let you guys know that we have an airtight policy for how we handle that. And basically what it amounts to is we're going to protect our products for life. We're going to make sure that if at any given point in time you have a problem, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years or something, we're going to do our best to help you out because that's part of our policy. That differentiates us from the competition. And if you appreciate it, fine. If you don't appreciate it and that doesn't make any difference to you and you don't want to pay a premium for that, then you should probably not shop with us. Okay? If being available 24/7, 365 is not important to you and you don't want to pay a premium for that, then you should probably not shop with us. Okay? If having experts that you can consult with and speak to in depth about your surveillance and security needs or something. If you don't want to pay a premium for that, then you should probably not shop with us. Okay, so there's a number of reasons why you probably won't want to shop with us, and we appreciate that and we respect that because DPL surveillance equipment is not a low price leader. We don't compete with Amazon. We don't compete with eBay. We don't compete with all of these sites where you basically force merchants and retailers to discount their products to some insane level where people are basically in a mad race to the bottom. Because I read every day where more and more companies are going out of business because the only thing that distinguished this company from that company was the low prices. And at the end of the day, there's got to be a little bit more that separates us from each other as far as retailers and merchants are concerned than a cheap price and a low price. Hopefully, your products or your customer service, your tech support, your ability to customize solutions, something should differentiate you from the other guys besides a cheap price. Because as we're seeing right now in this environment, and I keep tabs on this all the time, or to feed my cat Lazy Bones. It keeps meowing. Anyway, I keep reading about more and more companies. They're folding up, they're closing shop because, again, that model is not sustainable. It's not sustainable, hasn't been sustainable, and you will lose every single retailer in your local area. And the only businesses that you'll be shopping with will be either Amazon or Walmart and a dollar store. That'll be pretty much it. Okay, so you guys have got to be aware of what you're asking for and what you're getting, because you're probably shooting yourself in the foot if with that type of attitude or something, whereby everybody has to give you 80% off, whether or not you want it or need it or something. Okay, so anyway. Some of the reasons why you want to shop with us, those are some of the reasons why you don't want to shop with us. But take a look at that, the differences, and if you like what you hear, whatever, then maybe you can call us, do business with us. If you don't like it, that's fine. We appreciate it. We can weed through a lot of the customers quickly or easier if we can have people who call, when they call us, they understand what they're paying for. Okay, because obviously it's not that obvious. When I make the videos, when I make the podcast, when I write the articles and such, a number of people think that for whatever reason that we're going to give away the shop and you're going to take advantage of our expertise and our seriousness about how we approach this. But so don't disappoint yourself. Make sure you understand who we are, what we're all about, and what the differences are. Okay. So anyway, as we like to say at the conclusion of every podcast and video, share this with a friend, relative, enemy, associate. We don't care who you share it with. We just want to see if we can all contribute and help make the world a safer place. Okay? So again, topic for today was why you shouldn't shop with us, okay? So anyway, so you guys have a great day. If you have any need for the bug detectors, GPS trackers, nanny cameras, listening devices, body-worn hidden cameras, etc., give us a call. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Have a good day. Thanks. Take care. Bye.